welcome to Healthy Living with Marilyn. This is our season 3. We are in season 3, Joes.
Awesome.
Season 3. This is episode 2. I did a solo episode last week.
I know.
Because the weather was not good. Not good. Are we crooked there?
It said rotate your phone.
Rotate your phone.
Technology.
Really?
Not always
Technology.
our friend.
Why did it just do that? Did I do something?
No, it was something on Facebook.
Anyhow.
I'll see if I could
Figure it out. Do you see everybody? Do you see us all?
No, I'm
Probably sees you.
No, he probably sees me. Oh, jeepers.
But that's okay.
Audio's good. Okay. Well, if you're on Facebook, just bear with us. My phone is about 10 feet away from me, so Michael's working on that right now. But welcome. We are back with season 3. I'm so excited. So excited. It's we've done a lot. This is our 35th show. I've been doing a lot of things myself. I am more disciplined than I have been, and I want to thank this gal. I'm telling you, Aubrey she's been amazing. She has been absolutely amazing. Keeping me focused, keeping me accountable. She had me doing hot yoga a couple weeks ago. And she said, I got a free pass. I got a free pass. It's like, oh, really? Brian's teaching it. Brian said, you got to go. You got to go. She says there's an hour class and there is a 45 minutes. It's like, let's do the 45 minutes. You know, it's hot.
You did great.
It's hot. Yeah, it was hard. But you want to know something, friends? If you're doing it and you really want it, it's not going to be easy. Bottom line.
It's the perfect time of year to do it rather than in the summertime.
Right. Well, it's the
You're gonna
perfect
do
time
it,
to change
yeah.
everything, and I just... Okay. Be one of those days. One of those days. But it is the perfect time to get ready. It's the beginning of the year. It's the 11th of January. And if you all haven't started doing your thing, it's time to start doing your thing now. And I want to thank Josie for always being here with me, my co-host. Josie Hopkins has been with me almost a year now, Josie.
Yes.
Yeah. We are. It's been a great,
Happy anniversary.
great time.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary to us. We are ready. We are flying. And Aubrey's been on my show before, but she's coming on again because we are going to be talking about setting your intention. It is so important to start getting disciplined and setting your intention. What do you want to do this year? How do you want to make 2018 your epic year? Your epic year. How do you want to do it?
Well, it's already started off the way I wanted it to. So, you know, I did my first Josie's Inspiration for 2018 today.
There you go.
And it was on reclaiming your purpose.
Right.
And, you know, now is the time. Stop putting off for tomorrow.
What you
Tomorrow's
can
going
do
to come.
today.
That's right. But, you know, start now.
Right. And getting out of your comfort zone. Because if you're not getting out of your comfort zone, it's not going to work. You have to get out of your comfort zone.
Stretch.
Stretch your bones, stretch your
body,
muscles.
stretch your mind.
Try something new.
Try something.
Stretch
Hot
your
yoga.
mindset.
Hot yoga was the thing that I tried, and I was scared to death that day. I'll tell you, I was nervous all morning. It didn't happen to 1:30. Yeah,
And you almost didn't go.
I
You almost
almost
stopped.
I almost didn't go. I almost called her and said, I can't do this. I almost did. And then she texts me. She says, well, I'm on my way. Are you on your way too? It's like, yeah, I'll go. So I went. And I made it through. It was good. So I've done a bunch of them now. I did last Saturday. I did Sunday. I did Monday. I went Tuesday to go to Charlottesville with Zen. And I did last night at 7:45 because I couldn't do the morning when I had to watch Sammy. So, yeah. I'm on a roll.
I'm proud of you.
I am on a roll. And I've done some before that. Also signed up for that drum and yasa, which is on the 26th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. And they're going to have drums in the hot yoga room. I don't know how they're going to do that, but
So you did all those things, and you came and worked out with me.
Yes, that's another thing. I've done all that, and I've worked out with her twice this week. Twice.
And you did a minute plank.
And I did a minute plank. I'll tell you. She says, oh, let's do a 45-second plank. Okay, we'll do a 45-second plank. I can do that. And then she's counting down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I drop. It's like, great, I did 45 seconds. She looks at me, she says, you did a whole 60 seconds. Like, oh.
It's only 15 more seconds.
But you know, I told Zen that, and he thought it was hilarious. He said he really laughed. He thought it was really funny. So, anyhow, it was good. It was really good. I'm really improving. I'm getting more core.
What's your goal?
What's my goal? I've got a bunch of goals. I wrote them all down.
Yeah.
So, because she had me write down 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months,
1 year,
1 year, 2 year, 5 year. One of my goals is to, one of my main goals is to run a 10K.
Okay.
But that's not till later. That's like at 1 year, I think, to run a 10K. But I got to work on my knees because my knees are not good. Another one.
That's a big goal. I'm really proud of you, Marilyn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll watch you do that.
I'm sure you will watch me do that.
I'm
Cheering
encouraged.
squad.
I'm encouraged.
Well, I might not run it all.
Right, but that's a decision you made.
Yeah.
And that's what's important, because even if you don't run the full 10 miles, you set the intention and you will make all the strides toward that.
Right. And another goal of mine is to become a yoga instructor. Not a hot yoga, so I don't know that I could do the hot yoga. Because some of these hot yoga instructors, they go in like for 1 hour and then they take a half-hour break and they go back in again. It's like, no, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
You know. I was interested in the class. They had a new class this week called Yoga Yin, and I couldn't find any description on it, so I didn't sign up for it. It's like, well, I'm not doing this. And
If
then
you've
I
done
found
hot
out,
yoga, there's nothing you can't do.
well, I didn't know what Yoga Yin was. I didn't know what their definition was, and they didn't have a description. So I was like, I'll just go to the yoga class beforehand, and I'll find out what it is. So I found out what it was, and he says, well, if you want, you can come back in and take this one too. It's like, no, I'm not ready to take 2 classes back to back. But then she comes in, she's taking the Yoga Yin class.
And so you should have just asked her.
Yeah, well, she told me what it was later. I knew. She hadn't taken it yet either because it's a brand new class.
Yeah.
So what is Yoga Yin?
It's where you're in a pose, but you're holding it for 3 to 5 minutes. It's not like a 1 to 2 minute hold. It's like a 3 to 5 minute.
Okay.
But you do it at your own pace, you know, which is good. So, and a lot of times, friends, right, you have to do things at your own pace, right, Aubrey?
Always. Yeah, you have to honor your body.
Right.
I mean,
So
because
don't
I do
push yourself.
the yoga for cancer patients, and because there are varying levels of patients that are in the room, most of the patients are just doing the chair. And so, but that's my comfort zone. So maybe one day I'll stretch outside my comfort zone.
Yeah. But it's
if
true.
If you want to go, you can go. I'll take you to a yoga. I call the yoga I call that place when you walk in there, and you walk into the yoga. I call it the yoga womb, because I feel like I'm in a womb. I feel secure. I feel
inviting.
Safe. I feel tranquil. I get down into my focus. You know, when I first took the first couple classes, I was like, okay, when is this hour going to be over? When's it going to be over? But then one day I took a 75-minute class.
Yeah, my class is an hour and a half.
Yeah, I took a 75-minute class, and she was in the front. I didn't know she was in the front.
12:30 to 2, yeah. An hour and a half.
Yeah, and I didn't know she was in the front. She was up with Brian, because Brian was teaching the class. I didn't realize till after that she had been there. But I was sitting in the back, you know. So, but it was 75 minutes. And I did hit the wall. I got dizzy. The room started spinning because I hadn't eaten enough that day. And I found, you know, somebody asked me about it on Facebook when I posted it, and I said, you have to remember that you have to eat plenty of protein, and make sure that you've got enough vitamins and minerals in you so you don't hit the wall.
Yeah, I try to make sure I do that on the Monday before, because Tuesdays and Thursdays are actually my fasting days.
Oh, are they?
And Tuesday is my yoga day as well. But Tuesday and Thursdays I fast until 2. And my yoga class ends at 2.
And you fast until 2 because?
I have a purpose.
Oh, okay.
I have a personal purpose that I'm fasting on.
Okay. That's fine.
And so it's a focus for me, and it allows me to I'm seeing amazing results, but it's something I really had to do to get centered around something specific. And the way for me to do it was to commit myself to fast and pray on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Not that I don't pray other times, but there's a clear series of prayers that I do during the fast.
You do?
After.
Okay. Maybe someday when you get through that, you share that with us.
Maybe.
So anyhow, what we're talking about today, because I asked Aubrey to come in, we are going to be talking about setting your mind. No, we're going to be talking about setting your intentions.
Yes.
Because it's so important to set your intentions. What are you going to do to become successful? Are you ready to get out of your comfort zone? And Aubrey has several things that she wants to talk about. So Aubrey, enlighten people about setting their intention.
Well, you and I started talking the other day, and we made like that bullet list.
Yeah, we did.
Specific key points to help you to set intentions. And I like to say setting intentions for the year versus setting resolutions or setting goals. Because intention just has a completely different connotation to it. It really kind of puts you in the gear or the mindset of the direction that you're going, and it's more from the heart, I would say, more from the being, more from the soul. So setting intentions, we first started with investing in yourself.
Right. It's so important to invest in yourself. Get some skin in your game. You know, invest in yourself. Get yourself a personal trainer like Aubrey. Get yourself a coach.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a coach, you need to have a coach. You know, and if
I have coaches.
And I do too.
Absolutely.
And if you are going to a coach, make sure that coach has a coach. It's really important.
Yeah.
To make sure that your coach has a coach. That they are going to somebody to help them out to get ideas and information, and because what one person sees, another person might not. Like my mom, yesterday, she had some people come in for PT, physical therapy, and she said, they asked if I wanted a nutritionist to come in. And she said, no, I know all about nutrition and stuff. And I said to my mom, I said, you need to call them back and ask them for the nutritionist to come in. Just to talk to you, to enlighten you, because there might be things that you don't know or that you forgot, or they might have some ideas and some secrets and some strategies that may help her out.
Right?
Yeah. So she said yes, so she was going to call them, and which I thought that was really good. That was a step in the right direction. I said, you don't have to agree with what they say. You can modify it. You can take out the things that you don't like, but keep the things that you like. And maybe there's something, like when I was telling you, Aubrey did a talk yesterday. She had an opportunity to go talk to a corporate. And she said, I got a little nervous, and I said, well, you need gelsemium. And she says, well, what's that? And I said, it's a homeopathic remedy that helps with keeping you calm, getting the butterflies out of your stomach, and just getting you calm. You don't fall asleep or anything, but it just quietly calms you down so you can do what you need to do.
So did you get it beforehand?
I have not. No, I've not gotten it yet. We talked afterwards.
We talked afterwards.
But I wrote it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
For next time.
So it's one of those, if you suffer from stage fright, and a lot of speakers have problems with, they have issues with being nervous.
It's more common than we really even realize.
I used to sing in front of thousands of people. A lot in the 90s, the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s. And I took gelsemium, and as many times as I have sung the Star Spangled Banner in front of everybody, a cappella.
We're going to put you on the spot one day.
Yeah, wait, where's the microphone?
You got to warm up for that, girl. That is a hard song to sing. Oh, yeah. But anyhow, I would get nervous, and I used the gelsemium.
Spell it so everyone knows how to look for it.
It's GELSEMIUM. Yeah, it's a homeopathic remedy. It's great for getting the butterflies out of your stomach. Calming you down a little bit. And you don't even realize it happens. All of a sudden, you're just in the focus
zone.
mode. Yeah, in the zone.
In the zone.
It's so important to get in the zone,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things with intention, to get in the zone, right?
Absolutely.
So what's your next thing?
So number 2 is believing that you can make the changes that you're wanting to see for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So
And be determined.
Yeah, and well, hold on a second. That's number 3.
I'm sorry.
You're getting ahead of me
I went
here.
too fast.
With setting intention and with believing in yourself, like a lot of times, like, you know, let's say we've tried something in the past and we failed. Well, our confidence in our ability to do it the next time, it decreases. So, you know, we kind of get like a little bit uneasy and anxious about it, and maybe I won't do that. But like, it's important to like go back to that and say like, well, you know, what are the variables that I can tweak? You know, is there a possibility that I can do this? And if you don't believe that you can do it or make progress towards it, I mean, go home, go to take a nap.
Yeah.
Because there's no point. You know, that the action then is kind of, I mean, a lot of times for naught. We're not doing it in the right spirit.
You have to have the I am attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to do it. Yes, I can.
See the end result.
Am.
Yeah.
You know, if you can see the end result before you start, then you have that intention, you have a focus, and it's clear. You know, and when it's like riding a bicycle, you fall off a bunch of times before you really can get it going.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
you know, nobody just hops on a bicycle and does, you know, a marathon on a bike. You've got to practice and you've got to continue. So, and if you know that you're passionate about what you're trying to do, then you're not going to quit.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
not. Because it's all part of believing in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you can do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't be scared. Like when I was going to hot yoga that day, I really wanted. I sat all morning and knitted. I knitted all morning. I was so nervous. All I did was knit all morning. I'm thinking, oh, I'm watching the clock over there, and oh, it's 1 o'clock, and I have to leave in a few minutes.
And I'm over here texting you like, bring a towel,
and she was texting, bring a
water.
towel, bring this, bring that. And it's like, well, I have to go now. Because she started texting me before I chickened out. So it's like, okay.
That's another point, though, to kind of draw back to what we were talking a minute ago with having a coach. That's another benefit, is that it's somebody who can help you to believe in yourself.
That's
and help
right.
You to push.
That's right. And being accountable.
And sometimes you need different type of coaches.
Yeah.
You know, you need someone who is like a cheerleader coach to cheer you on. Then you need somebody who can really say those hard things to you that nobody else can say. And then somebody who is willing to walk that path with you. You know, so you may have varying people in your lives that have different purposes, and so having coaches that are for different needs. Because sometimes you just need somebody to hug you and say it's okay, yes you can. Sometimes you need somebody to kick you in the butt.
Yeah.
Aubrey, she's a great one.
I'll be your cheerleader.
Thank you.
I use kid gloves.
I know who to
I
call.
said, Marilyn, no, you can do it.
I'm not a whip
did it
cracker,
before?
though.
No, you're not. You're not. But she'll say like, okay, like we were going over my what I wrote down yesterday for my diet, and she says what I was eating, and she says, well, they're not quite equal in portions and stuff. And I didn't realize that. You know, I thought they were pretty equal, but she, you know, when I wrote them down, that some of them, you know, they were like cattywampus. So, and sometimes I gotta admit, I do
It's a
eat
cattywampa.
cattywampus.
No idea what that is.
Cattywampus is like cattywampus. That's a new word, Joe.
Okay, yeah, tell me about that one.
Cattywampus means
I'm gonna Google that.
It's crooked,
Okay. Kind of like catty corner.
sorta.
That's what my mother used to say. So
Okay,
some catty something.
Yes.
Out of
yes.
sorts. Okay.
Catty corner is to me like a diamond. You know, I used to have my mom cut my sandwiches catty corner
Catty
four
corner.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was, you know, so
like
you
the
had
triangles.
You had triangles.
Okay.
That was catty corner 4 ways.
Okay.
But cattywampus, that's you're off balance. You're off kilter. So, you know. And one of the other things that I'm mastering in this yoga, I'm mastering the tree pose,
Oh yes.
which
It's good
that
for
is
balance.
so
That's
so
a balancer.
cool, and it's so and having sprained my left ankle, I'm still working on that. So balancing myself on my left foot and putting my right foot up and being a tree, it's a little bit challenging. But last night I did the right one, and I just stayed focused. And now that when I go, I'm just focused the whole time. I don't worry about what time it is. I don't care, because what they do at the end, they give you a nice cold lavender washcloth to put on your forehead, and that's what gets me through the class. And
now
they're doing that at every
lavender
classes.
oil in it, or lavender water, or
I
is
don't
it the
care
color
what's
lavender?
No, it's lavender. I don't know it's lavender.
It's
but
magical.
It's magical. It smells lavender. I don't care.
okay.
It's cold.
Okay.
It's cold.
So it's lavender in it,
Yeah.
not just the color lavender.
No,
Okay.
Right.
no. And it's a nice touch to having gone through 60 minutes of a lot of sweat and a lot of focus and a lot of movement, but it's therapeutic. That's what I love about hot yoga. It has helped my arm. I am not in any pain when I do this anymore. And what I was like when it was awful.
So that would benefit
It's very
the ex-frozen shoulder.
It's
that still kind of gets there every now and then.
Well, you got to keep moving it. If
I
you don't
do.
use it, you lose it, girlfriend.
I'm not losing a thing.
So
Except
the
some
next thing that we're talking about is
So we believed in ourselves, and then we commit to doing what it takes.
what it takes. And a lot of times what it takes is not easy.
Right.
If you want it bad enough, it might be hard. It might be astronomically difficult. But if you want it bad enough, you're going to do it, because there's a saying out there that says if everybody was doing it, it wouldn't be hard.
It wouldn't be hard.
It wouldn't be hard. If everybody's doing it, it wouldn't be hard. How many people are going to hot yoga? How many people are walking? I walk around the fan with her, a mile or more. How many people are doing that? How many are you out there walking? Are you out there doing some type of exercise, yoga, cycling, whatever? Find something to do.
I was talking with a group of ladies the other night, and the one girl said, yeah, she really loved walking until it got cold. And I understand.
Yeah, because
I don't like the cold.
We didn't go
I don't
out
like
a
the
couple
cold.
days because it was too cold.
But I also had to come at it too from the other side of it, saying, look, there's still a way to do it. Get out there,
mall.
put on. Yeah, you can go to the mall.
Go to the mall.
Put on 5 layers. Don't. Here's one thing that I figured out the other day, because I play with these things in my head. Is don't breathe in while you open the front door.
Right.
Because it kicks you in the face. If you're breathing out while you go out, it's actually much more.
See, I love that. I
Take a
love
breath
that fresh,
in. I don't
cold
like
air in the morning.
I don't like it when the air hits me and I can't breathe.
That's the first thing I do when I come
Right.
downstairs in the morning. I open the door and I walk out my door and I just breathe that cold, fresh air. I love it.
God bless
And then
you.
I shut the door.
And then you shut it.
And then I shut the door. But it's like I'm awake. The world is ready. I am here. Let's roll.
I only did that
That's
when I was
cool.
going through menopause. That is the only time I ever went outside in the winter time. Truly.
It's a
I'm not there
flashback to
yet.
New.
I
Yeah.
know you're not.
It's a flashback to New England. That's where it takes me. It takes me back to to my
That's
days
cool.
in New England.
Yeah, well, you rock.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
You go.
To 40-inch snow drifts in the morning walking through the school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
not me.
That's
but-
why I do it quickly. I open the door, I breathe, I shut that door, come back in the house, get my hot chocolate.
Good for you.
So
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Another thing, you got to make sure you get plenty of sleep. And I think that helps with intention. And one of my friends who's a partner at Healthy Living with Marilyn, Lisa Hazelgrove, she's having something this weekend up around the corner from where I live. And she's going to be talking about sleep. And she's going to give answers that help people combat sleep and how it affects them when you're not getting enough sleep. That is one thing about exercising and doing hot yoga or any type of exercise. You sleep like a log. I don't know about you, but when I do the hot yoga, I am done. I hit that pillow and I'm gone. And I get a good night's sleep. And I've been getting good night's sleep. And there are a couple times when I didn't even wake up at all. And I got up like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I think it really helps. And it helps with your energy, because if you're not getting enough sleep and you're eating well and you're exercising, you're missing that integral part of the circle to keep
Recovery.
you healthy, of recovery.
It's huge.
And I told Zen a couple days ago, I said, I don't remember the last time I have been this determined and this disciplined, seriously, to do what I want to get done.
We know why.
She's a heck of a help.
Yeah.
You are. I mean,
Thank you.
really, Aubrey has darn near saved my life. She really has. I really mean that. Because you've kept me on an even keel. I'm not eating pasta. I'm not eating bread. I'm not eating white flour.
Awesome.
But do you feel like you're suffering because of it?
No.
That's huge.
No. And that is huge. You can find ways to do that. And if you want to know how I'm doing it, get in touch with me. You know, that'll be another story when we talk next week. When Brian comes on, we're going to talk about the mindset of yoga. So it's going to be a good one. So what else do you... So anyhow, Lisa is having this wonderful thing about sleep. If you want more information about it, it's on Saturday, this Saturday, January 13th. It's from 6 to 8. You can call her to get the directions to the house. It's at somebody's house. And you can get in touch with her at... on Facebook, at facebook.com Lisa Healthy, or at... you can get in touch with her at lisa@lisahealthy.com. And you can call her at 804-539-3251. So she'll be talking about sleep
Say it
this
again.
week.
Slow it down.
804-539-3251.
I didn't say
That's
sing
where
it.
Lisa lives. Huh?
I didn't say sing it.
You told me to go slow. So we've talked about, what have we talked about so far?
Investing in yourself.
Right?
Believing in yourself.
Right.
Committing to do what is necessary.
What is necessary.
To get there. And the fourth step is just doing it.
Yep.
And how I break that down is to say, okay, what is your vision? What is your vision of, wellness, fitness, health, all of the above? And how does that break down into goals? How can we break it down into 30, 60, 90, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year goals? And then I even take it one step further and say, which, by the way, this is going to be your task for next week.
Oh,
you don't know this
lovely.
yet. This is an announcement to you.
Oh, tell the world. Okay, what am I doing?
So
Let's
next
tell
week,
the world.
I have a worksheet and an assignment where you take a 30-day goal and you write down 5 habits that you do on a daily basis that are not helping you to accomplish that goal, to drop, and 5 habits that will help you to achieve that goal, to implement.
Okay.
So we're replacing. We're not just saying, don't eat carbs, bread, pasta, whatever. But I'm going to eat greens. I'm going to eat,
Brussels sprouts, yuck.
you don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't. I
like
truly,
Brussels sprouts?
no.
I used to didn't like them, but I told him grilled,
Girl.
just in the oven or
I'll tell
grilled.
you, they say,
Oh,
my
my.
professors
I used to hate them
say,
I did. I
my
didn't like
professors would say, if you can't get a pill in your mouth and it doesn't go down, that's your body's way of telling you you don't need it. I can't get a Brussels sprout to my lips. My body does not need it. I can eat cabbage. There's other cruciferous vegetables out there. I can eat broccoli.
Absolutely.
I can eat cauliflower, and I can mash it up and pretend it's mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Or rice.
Or rice, yeah.
So much we can
Pretend
do with
it's right.
cauliflower.
There's a lot you can do. There's a lot you
Yeah,
can do now
I
with a
love
head
it.
of cauliflower. You just got to be creative.
I've seen pizza crust made with cauliflower
Have
before.
you? Oh, I haven't seen that. That sounds like a winner.
Yeah.
So there's other cruciferous vegetables. I love coleslaw. I'm on a
I
coleslaw.
don't. I like cabbage slaw.
Yeah, I like
Oh, broccoli, not cabbage, broccoli slaw.
broccoli slaw.
Broccoli slaw.
My mom used to make a really good coleslaw. We used to eat coleslaw a lot, so I like coleslaw. Broccoli slaw's okay, I can't eat broccoli raw though. I can't eat cruciferous vegetables raw because I have a stone in my gallbladder that I've got to get rid of. So, and that's another story. Yeah, it's a gallbladder flush that you got to do. So, but anyhow, that's.
I used to wouldn't eat beets.
I love beets.
I love beets. Now,
Same.
I
Let me
can't
tell you-
believe
I love
all the
beets.
years I wouldn't eat them.
I love beets. Beets cleanse your liver.
Yes.
It does. Now, I don't have a practice right now, but I'm just giving you guys ideas, hints, strategies, and tips on how to eat better because beets cleanse your liver. If you eat too many of them, though,
It'll do a whole lot more.
you know, it does a whole
Don't
lot
be
more.
afraid whenever you use the bathroom.
You know,
I experienced that.
Did you?
Yes. I was like, oh my God.
It's like, what is
And then I
this?
Googled,
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's just
It's
beets.
the beets.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to remember if
I had
you see them-
asparagus the same day, too.
Huh?
I had asparagus and beets.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That must have
Double
been an
whammy.
interesting color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Color and smell.
Yeah, I bet. Well, you know, but you're getting it out. Another good thing about what you're doing to set your intention, detoxify.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're gonna use an herb tea or whatever to detoxify during a weekend or take
I'm doing a 3-day whey cleanse.
You're doing a cleanse?
With whey.
I can't do whey. Yeah, because I'm lactose intolerant, so whey doesn't like me. So, but it's so important to don't do New Year's resolutions. They last for 2 days.
I've never done a resolution.
They last for 2 days, and that's it. Have you noticed? You know, all the memberships, the gym memberships. They all start getting real big the first 2 weeks of January.
I know.
And
I've
then
had
you see-
events in the
February.
gym the past 2 weeks, and it's been phenomenal for business because I'm selling stun guns in the gym. Because instead of them being on the equipment, they're coming to see what I'm doing. I'm like, I'll get y'all now because in a few weeks there's not going to be anybody in here.
So where are you doing this?
UFit. I did UFit. I do UFit on Midlothian that is closest to Cloverleaf, and UFit that is out by
Yeah, you
all the way out.
They're on the south side though. They're not on. The
I don't
west
know.
End. I don't think they're
those are
in
only
there.
2 locations that I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's good for business.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, now's the time. Money.
Money?
$1 to join.
Oh, it costs
Oh,
$1 to join
yeah.
UFit. That's not bad.
That's
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I just got. I mean, she offered me a free one for promoting in their magazine and their thing that if somebody buys Damsel, they'll get a discount or whatever I offer, and she's gonna give me a free membership. And then I told her my husband just got the silver sneaker card from them for free through his insurance being retired. So yeah, I'm not a big gym person though. Just let me outdoors. You know?
You like to walk.
I love outdoors. I love to walk, and I asked him if he'd come walk the mall because whenever I'm at Regency getting my hair done, they're all the mall walkers.
Yeah. 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 I like to walk with Aubrey. I like to walk in the fan.
look at the houses.
And look at the houses,
Yeah.
and we're looking at everything, and it keeps your mind off of what you're doing. You know, it's like you're sightseeing. You know, so this week, you know, I want to push it a little further with her and maybe walk 1.5 miles, or you know, get
walk
some
on Monday.
walking in, huh?
We'll walk on Monday.
We'll walk on
At a
Monday.
special occasion.
Yeah, Monday's my birthday. Yes.
I see, I remember because it's my dad's
65 is the new 35, friends.
65,
Truly.
really?
Yeah. Really. I got my Medicare card in my wallet. I put it in there January 1st because that's when it was starting. So, yes, I will be 65. It is the new
Looking good.
35.
Looking good.
The new 35. So this gives me all the more reason to really start taking care of myself and really be more determined in what I'm doing. Because when you start taking care of yourself and you get out of your comfort zone, you're going to find you're getting out of your comfort zone in a lot of other things.
Yep.
In your business.
Flows.
In what?
Oh, I was just saying it flows.
Oh, it
in all
flows.
the other
Yeah, it
areas of
flows.
life.
And,
absolutely.
you know, somebody put on Facebook today, I'm scared. And it's like, you don't need to be scared. You are out of your comfort zone. Go for it. Just do it. Yeah, being uncomfortable, that's the way it's going to be. If you want to be successful, you have got to get out of your comfort zone.
Got to be fearless.
Yeah, fearless.
You know,
Get
or
rid
just
of the
do it
fear.
afraid anyway. So what?
Right.
You know.
I
do
like
it
to
afraid.
dig into why what I'm doing is important. So like
To you.
I make
Right.
what is important to me and my intentions bigger than whatever obstacle or fear might be standing in front of me. Because if this is more important, then this is going to go to the wayside and it's going to shrink, get smaller. I'm going to be
Right.
like, well, no, that's not so bad after all. This is important to me. I'm going to do this.
Right.
The closer you
Yeah.
get to it, the further away the fear.
Yeah.
So the closer you got to the time to go to hot yoga.
Well, I didn't look at it that way. I looked at it, she challenged me in a text, and it's like, well, I can't tell her now that I can't go.
I
were
did
closer
not.
to
It was
it.
your idea.
What was my idea, to go to hot yoga?
Yes. I was telling you that I was going to a class one day, and then you texted me later and said,
I
how
said,
hot is it in there?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How
And
hot
I
it was
said,
in
and I
there.
told you how hot it was, and I told you that they keep the humidity lower. And then you said,
'Cause sometimes
I think
they
I
keep
want
it.
to try that.
I think I want to try that.
I was like,
but when
let's do it.
When I got towards
I can.
yeah, I think I can. But when I got like 1 o'clock, it's like, ooh, I think I'm gonna. That's when I got over that. That was getting out of my comfort zone, and that was a good.
Yeah.
That's a good example of somebody getting out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like I didn't chicken out.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it, but I was afraid. I was afraid. And I did it afraid because
afraid
I'd heard
anyway.
so many
I know.
horror stories about
See, I'm
people
even being
in-
encouraged to consider it just because you did it.
Well, I lived. I'm okay. You know, she lives. She's okay. If you want to do it, let us know.
Okay.
Because if you do it, it
When
would
I-
be good to do it like with Brian on a 45-minute one. I think that's the only 45-minute one they have during the week. I think.
Is that the shortest
You might
time?
be right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the shortest time frame?
Yeah.
So.
Makes me thirsty.
Right.
Well, yeah, and I have found out that a 16.9
Is that a cold?
ounce bottle of water.
Is yours cold?
Yeah, mine's
Ice.
fine. Is that too cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Does not cut it. You need more water when you go into a hot yoga class than 16.9 ounces. Because I get down to the dregs, it's like, I don't know how much time I have left over. So you have to be mindful, be prepared. Whatever you're doing, be prepared. Make sure that you have, this is help set your intention too. Make sure you have the right equipment.
Yeah.
You know,
Do
if you're gonna walk, make sure you have comfortable sneakers that are gonna take you there, and make sure that when you're walking, you have enough energy to get back. Because you got to make it's important. Because what are you going to do? You're going to
Pace
call
yourself.
Uber. You know,
You can.
you're going to call Uber and say, "Hey, I need to lift half a mile back because I can't walk."
A big part of preparation too. So I'm taking a course right now, continuing education. It's on behavioral change, like psychology, that kind of a thing. And I'm on a chapter on imagery right now. And it talks about the benefits of, preparation in terms of thinking yourself through it, like visualizing.
Creative visualization.
yourself, enjoying it, thinking about how, like positive sensations, like, yeah, that's going to feel good. I'm going to feel great during and after, and all of those things. It's good for preparation too.
Yeah. And think ahead. That's part of intention too. Think ahead. What do you want to do if you're starting a new business or you're working on your business? Start writing your business plan. If you haven't done it, it's time to start doing it. It's time to start maybe making an outline. That's what I'm doing right now, making an outline of what I want to do, because 2018 is going to be an epic year. You want it to be your epic year? It's certainly going to be my epic year.
Yeah.
So, and another thing that Aubrey's having, you have an online course now, don't you?
I do. So that was one of the things in my intentions and game plans, and I had all the pieces come together at the end of 2017, and I said, "Oh, I can launch this on January 1st," and I did. And it's an 11-session course, so it goes through lifestyle change, taking you from where you're at today, helping you to get more clarity on like the history of how you got there, how you developed the habits that you have now, be it eating, exercise, etc., how you look at yourself, all of those kinds of things, and then identifying where you want to go and creating the steps to do it. So it gets you started on that path. And
show your card there. Michael, can you zero in on this?
Yeah, well, this isn't for the course.
That isn't?
No, this is for my in-studio promotion that I'm doing right now. But
okay.
But I am doing an in-studio promotion. I apparently like that was 11 sessions. This is 12 weeks. It's a 12-week program, and it's either 2 or 3 workouts in the studio with me per week. We go through everything from nutrition coaching to proper exercise dynamics, like movements, all of the things, no matter where you start at. So, like, you could be the absolute beginner, or you could be somewhere on your journey, or you could be like the seasoned athlete and you just want to take your results to the next level. Like, I work with each individual and craft their plan. So this is a 12-week promotion that I'm doing for this month, and it takes you into March. So it gets you moving for spring.
It gets you moving. It really gets you moving, and it'll get you going. And if that's one of your intents.
I like that. Sweat local.
Sweat local.
Sweat local, yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot of that local sweat. It helps detoxify me. You know, that's what I like about it. And like I said,
good.
It's taken me a while to get used to my lifestyle changes, because I wake up every day and it's like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I try to plan the night before. That's another thing with intention. Planning the night before, or on a Sunday, planning your whole week, because you can always tweak it during the week. You can always tweak your day. You don't have to, just because you have something planned that you want to do, something might come up. Like, I wanted to do hot yoga yesterday, but I watched my grandson because he was sick. So,
but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Say that again, Josie.
If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
That's right. That's right. And not trying is failing.
Try. What is try? I can.
Do it.
I can.
Do it. Not doing it is failing.
Already
You know.
see it being done.
Right.
Yeah.
Speak as though it's already done.
Right.
Create it.
Create it. Create it. Use your resources. Talk to your friends. That's another thing to help with your intention, I think, is conversing
Resources.
with your friends, seeing what they're doing. If you find that, you know, they're getting very healthy, or they're, you know, you go out to lunch and they have a salad and you want a cheeseburger.
Yeah, because there's more fun in groups. So the cleanse I'm leading a group.
You're leading a
I'm
group.
leading a group for a 3-day cleanse, and we'll have a check-in every morning at 8 o'clock. We start the cleanse at 7:30, because you have structured time, so that you're only doing that for that period. You're only doing the cleanse. You're not eating or consuming anything for those 3 days. So, you know, we're coaching and we're guiding, and then we're doing support via a Facebook group. So it's easier to do it together, because the first couple of times, and I've done 3 different versions, there's a bronze, a silver, and a gold, but each time I had to have somebody supporting who had already been there, or even the people who are new, who are doing it, to really say, you know, this is hard, you know, not having that coffee, you know, or whatever somebody's having to withdraw from, but then encouraging people through the day that you really can do this, you know, so having a support system is so important.
Yeah.
It is. It is. So gather some people that you feel comfortable around, that you trust, that are your friends, that believe in you.
Yeah.
Part of setting your intention, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to love yourself. You just have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else?
Right. And sometimes you have to block out the negative people.
Right.
Because there are always going to be people who say,
What do you
oh,
want
I
to
remember
do?
you tried that before and you
it didn't
do
work.
it. Or, you know, I know somebody else, you know. So just acknowledge them. Don't argue with them. Acknowledge, yes, okay. And
Thank
then
you.
be committed in what you're doing, you know.
Yeah.
When you start trying to argue, you're trying to reason for yourself instead of being focused on what you're wanting to do.
Right.
So, you know, don't be distracted by naysayers.
You
They're
know,
out there.
They're there,
Water on
and
the
there
duck's
will be
back.
people that say, "Well, why do you want to do that?" Why? I've had people say, "Well, why do you want to go to hot yoga? It's so hot in there." It's because I need to step out of my comfort zone.
Because I want to.
Because it's therapeutic, and it helps me, and it makes I feel better. I
Right.
sleep better. I'm more in the zen. You know, not my husband, but I'm more in the zen mood. You know, the mode.
You're
I
doing
was
it for
going to say
focus.
something on that one.
Focus.
You're
Yeah,
doing it
you-
for you.
I'm
Yes.
doing it for me.
Yes, because
I'm
you're
not
worthy
doing it
of
for anybody else.
You're worthy.
That's
Yeah.
right. You are worthy.
Yes.
You are worthy. We're all worthy of what we're doing. And the 2 most important words in the English language are I am. Don't forget that. I am. They are the two most important words in the English language. I can do this. I can do this. You know, Aubrey said yesterday, okay, I want you to do some frog crunches and then I want you to do some leg lifts. 12 of each, 3 reps.
I want to see the frog crunch. I saw
She
the
has some
plank.
interesting names.
saw
She
the
has
plank.
some very interesting names for some of her exercises. I find them.
It's like frog legs. That's why
Yeah.
they're frog crunch.
And she has some interesting names.
I know.
for-
In my mind, I'm trying to picture a frog crunching.
Yeah. Well,
Is
it's
it just before he
interesting.
leaps? That he pulls himself in and
Yeah.
then he goes like that?
Right.
So,
Okay.
you know, she had me doing, well, you know, 12 times 6, that's 72. So I did 72. And one thing that really helped me a couple weeks ago when I went to see her, she had me laying on my back. And she told me to put my hands underneath my hips to support myself because I've got bad hips anyhow. And she said, lift your legs up and bring them down. This helps core. It's a killer. It is a killer. Lift your legs up and bring them down, but don't touch the floor. And lift your legs up and bring them down. Don't touch the floor.
Wow.
12 times.
Oh my
well, I'm
gosh,
telling
I
you,
feel
I'm
the
getting.
burn.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get core now, girl. Where I couldn't do that plank
Feel
when I
the
was
burn.
when I was doing those other exercises with Pure Barre. I couldn't do a plank. My body, because that was so fast paced, my body couldn't keep up with the pace of that. So, you know, we do it.
And then that was
slower.
a group.
Yeah.
But this is a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So I like
Right.
the one-on-one when you've got somebody who is focused on you.
Just
and,
you.
And you don't feel like you're trying to keep up with everybody or
There's no
Yeah.
competition.
So I like the intimacy of having an individual person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has very creative exercises that you do. Like stand up on against the wall with a ball behind you, a big ball.
Yes.
You know, and then just squat down
Oh gosh, I've done that. I love that.
and stand up. And when
Yeah.
I saw her do that, you know, she's got core. I mean, she has very strong core. And I'm not talking about you behind your back or anything. We all know
It's
you have
fact.
core.
Yeah.
But, you know, to just bend
To
your
be
legs
able
and then
to-
come back up, it's hard.
Uh-huh.
And you don't do it fast. She wants you to do it
Slowly and
down
gently.
Yeah.
And that's the
Use the
intent.
muscles.
That's using the muscles. And, you know, focusing. There's a friend of mine who wrote a book called Buddha in the Trenches, Dr. Steve Taubman, and he talked a couple weeks ago, and I put it on my Facebook page. He did a Facebook Live, and he was talking about how focus is a muscle. And you have to use that muscle
Exercise
in
it to
order to
develop it.
continue to develop it, to stay focused with whatever you're doing. Writing. I wrote 2 blogs a couple days ago. I don't remember the last time I did that one morning before anything happened, you know. I'm doing a lot more that I used to have ADD with, you know. My attention would go off to something else. Like I'm looking at my knitting. It's, I'll knit for a little bit and then I'll get back to this, whatever I'm doing. I don't do that anymore. I stay focused, and that's my intent. And that might be your intent out there, friends, to be able to stay focused with something and get it done so you can move on to the next thing, so you can feel that success. Because sometimes you got to take successes in really tiny steps.
And don't beat yourself up
No.
if it doesn't happen. I think we get so caught up in the instantaneous everything that we lose sight of what it is to have patience and endurance throughout the process. You know, and you've got to be able to endure, you know, today my mindset said I'm going to do this, and then you didn't get it done, but don't give up and say, oh, it's not going to work.
Right.
You know, there's tomorrow. And now we've got, today's the 11th. So what do we have? 354 days left. So
Good
surely-
math.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
She's good.
I love math. That's my baby. But you know, you've got time. So you know, set yourself up for success. You know, in stages, like Aubrey's saying. You know, what about 30 days, 60 days, 90 days?
Yeah.
You know,
And
three.
Celebrate.
You know?
Celebrate those wins.
and then celebrate. You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
I do that when I'm like at work, working at home. Sometimes I have to set the alarm so that at a certain time, if I have accomplished what I wanted to do, I get a reward. You know, I get to go outside and walk around in the yard, or I get to go downstairs and, you know, get a snack. But if I haven't done that, then I don't reward myself.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, a couple days ago, I was telling my daughter that I was wearing T-shirts, cotton, and she says, "Mom, you don't want to wear cotton T-shirts to a hot yoga class." You know,
But
because
doesn't it absorb?
it absorbs, but
It gets heavy.
it's just really heavy. So she says, "Go out and get, the spandex or lycra or whatever." So I went to Kohl's and got a couple things, and then I saw some things at Hot Yoga, and I was talking to one of the yogis there, and he says, "Jimmy would not buy anything, put anything in here that wouldn't work well in the yoga room." So I splurged for myself because I figured I was worth it. And I got myself a couple things, and I wore a T-shirt last night that, it was so soft. Oh my gosh, it was so soft. It was wonderful. I have it hanging in the bathroom right now. Sorry that my clothes were hanging in the bathroom.
Oh, no, I was pleased. I was.
Because she knows they're getting used.
Right, exactly. That was exactly my thought. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
They're getting used.
I just realized what I was telling about that story about buying the shirt that they were in the bathroom and I should have moved them, but I was busy doing something else.
I'm not offended.
So, but if you're getting some clothes to go exercise, whatever you're doing, research what kind of clothes you need. You know, if you're really serious about taking care of yourself. Because we all should start taking care of ourselves. Every single one of us. We have this body. God gave us this great body.
Yeah. If you don't take care of it,
let's
where
not
are you
break
live?
it down.
Where are you going to live if your body breaks down?
Right. What are you going to do?
This is your house, your temple.
This is your temple. It is your temple.
You can't, on my show today, I talked about you can't send it back. You cannot ask for a new model.
No.
You know, you can work on the model that you have and improve it.
That's right.
You
And
know?
remember, wherever you are, wherever you go, there you are.
There you are.
You can't escape yourself. You can't.
So do some self-maintenance. You know, you have a perfect vessel that is already there, and it just needs some fine-tuning.
Yeah,
and
tweak it.
Yeah.
You
so
gotta tweak it, right?
Yeah,
That's part of intention, right? Right?
absolutely.
Start by saying in the mirror, saying, "I love you, baby.
Yes.
I
You know,
love you.
I love you, body.
I rock.
What do you need?" You know, I ask my body all the time, "What do you need to make you not feel this way right now?" You
Right.
know?
Do you need sleep? Or do you need
Some exercise.
exercise? Do you need some good food because you had a piece of cheesecake last night? Or
Do you need some rest?
do you need rest?
These
What
are
do
way
you-
better thoughts than like sometimes I'll talk with people and they have the wake up in the morning, see themselves in the mirror and like say bad things.
No, you can't.
No.
Like, my hair looks like whatever.
I remember watching Louise Hay, and she talked about carrying the mirror. And for a long time, I carried that mirror in my purse so I could look in every day and I could say, "I love you, Josie. You know, you're special." And you know,
That's powerful.
And so you have to love yourself, because what you feel about yourself is exactly what you're going to project to the world and what you're going to bring back in. So
Right. And if you surround yourself with negative people, you're going to turn into a negative person. So surround yourself. That's
You're
part
gonna
of
be
the
miserable.
intent. You're going to be miserable.
Yeah.
Right. Surround yourself with positive people, with people who care about you, with people who are interested in what you're interested in, with people who are willing to help you, people who are willing to support you and love you.
and people who are going where you want to go.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Surround yourself with people who you want to be like. Right?
Yeah.
Really. So what other hints and strategies do you have here to tell the world?
I really like this self-talk. I have to say, because that's huge. Because we are always playing something in our brains.
Yep.
And there's something that you mentioned the other day
What did I say?
was meditation.
Meditation. So important. It's the first thing I do every morning is meditate. And today I was meditating, and then Sammy was sleeping on me for a little bit, and I just sat there and meditated. It's so important because if whatever you do, spend about 15 minutes every day. You know, my mom says, "Well, I don't have time." I said to her last night, I said, "Mom, you have the exact same 24 hours I have. You have the exact same 24 hours that Bill Gates has, that the President of the United States has, that the Prime Minister of England has. You have this. We all have the same 24 hours.
Yeah, it's just
what are you going to do with
with
that,
it.
Mom?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that you don't have time. If you're having problems with your time schedule and you want to put meditation in, put it in your calendar.
Yeah. And
It's
there's
just
some
the
great
first thing to do in the morning before I get up. You know, that's my meditation, my prayer time, and then my journaling. You know,
Right. And when you're meditating, make sure you have a journal next to you that you write down any words that come out that you're thinking about when you're meditating, and just put it down. Even if you think they sound stupid, they're not stupid. They're there for a reason. You don't have to read it. You don't have to share with it. You can use it later. You can look at it later. You can delete it, whatever. But just write it down. Journal it. Journaling is so important. You don't want to go to bed with things in your head.
Oh, mind dump. I love my mind dumps at night.
You know, write it down.
I'm going to do one tonight.
Write it down.
Get it out of your head.
Get
put
it out
on
of your head.
paper, Make room for fresh ideas. And whenever I do my mind up at night, it's like the creative wheel gets rolling. In the morning I wake up and I have all the thoughts about how to resolve or address what I wrote down the night before. But if I don't, then I wake up in the morning and my mind's like, oh my gosh, I meant to, you start to think about what you didn't do.
Right.
So, just do a mind dump.
And don't be so hard on yourself.
No.
Really. This book, Fiercely Loyal by Dove Barron, he's going to be on my show in a couple weeks ago. We're going to zoom him in.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to zoom him in from Vancouver, British Columbia. British Columbia, British Columbia, out in Canada. Yeah, isn't that British Columbia? Yeah, out in Canada.
Yep.
And he wrote this book called Fiercely Loyal, and he's bringing it back and talks about if you have a business or if you have a group of friends, how to keep your friends, your business loyal, how to prevent the the revolving door in your business, how to keep your friends and your talent loyal to you, and how to treat them right. Because there's companies out there that when they hire people and they just don't treat them right, and sometimes when you're around your friends, if you're not treating them right, they're going to leave. They're going to leave. So this is a great book. I really recommend that you get one of these books. If you can't find it, let me know and I'll point you in the right direction. He talks about different companies and how you can be fiercely loyal if you want to keep your top talent, if you want to keep your top friends, because you have to work. You have to
I've been
work.
thinking about getting that to give to my son because it's very in alignment with what his job is.
What he does, yeah. It's important to treat your friends the way you want to be treated. Love your friends.
Treat everybody the way you want to be treated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the golden rule.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I had a crooked motto for a long time: do unto others before they do unto you.
Wait, say that again.
Do unto
others before they do unto you.
Okay.
That was a phase. That was a phase when, but it was like, I'm going to protect myself at all costs and make sure that nothing comes at me. So I was ready, armed, but I was always in a defensive posture.
Yeah.
And it was very uncomfortable. So, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
So Saturday you're going to a big thing.
Saturday I will be
on Hull Street.
On Hull Street. I forgot the name of the place.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, Pampering by Sharia. And it's going to be a pampering event. I'll be there to protect with Damsel in Defense. It's right down Hull Street at Genito. That's it. At Genito.
Blues. Is that a blues dance?
Blues Dance Studio.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
So she will be there. You've got something coming up. Do you have anything coming up special?
Just the online course that
Just
I
the online course. Get in touch. How can they get in touch with you?
You guys can reach out to me. I am both on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're watching on YouTube, just search for me, Aubrey Eicher. My URL is youtube.com/AubreyEicher8. And if you're on Facebook, you can find me at Aubrey Eicher.
EICHERA.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us and allowing us to be in your living rooms as you were in my den. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and we hope to see you next week. Next week, we'll have Brian Tucker on, who does hot yoga too, and we're going to be talking about setting your mindset and the mindset of yoga. So
I'm going to miss you next week.
I know. She's going to be in Boise, Idaho, and my husband keeps on saying, say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So we will see you next week. Be amazing. We love you. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.